Hey everyone, it says listen to K-pop and share love. So Verivery, or Very, depending whichever way you want to kind of go there, have finally debuted. 3 months ago they released a special pre-debut release. It was super special. It was a really good bop, had a great sentiment, had a bit of a nostalgic kind of retro-y vibe and feel to it. Actually, a lot of stuff that's been released in the last year or so seems to really have a slight retro-y vibe, or just a feel to it with the beats and that they're using. I'm not complaining, I'm just saying it is a bit of a common reoccurring thing I'm really starting to notice, if I haven't stated that already. Anyway, so this is a Ring Ring music video. I'm very interested to see what it is. I've seen the teaser, so I think it's going to be a very upright and happier like song for a debut, but you never know because teasers aren't always the most accurate. So here we go. Very. Ooh. Ooh. Very bright and colourful. God, they're so young. How many are they trying to fit in there? Ooh. It's a very retro vibe again. This. Oh, that's cool, the coin. Very 7. The photo booth again. Ooh. Oh, that's cool. Oh, it's like that we saw in the watch. Ooh. Oh. The coin. Photo again. Very retro, this music video, and also just the sounds of the song and that too. It really drags me back to a very different time. Like the world to a point back then was just so much more, well, to a point innocent. It was, wow. Really good debut song. It is different, like It's not necessarily a cute and happy vibe with a lot, which a lot of groups go with, or there's a slightly darker vibe, which also many other, not as many, but a lot of groups also go with this. It's a little bit different again. It's got a happy, upbeat vibe to it and feel, but it's a little bit sweet, but it is not overly exaggerated cute or anything like that, which I think really works for 'em. Also, like I said, it was very, very retro-y, like sounding, like especially with the drum beats and all that too. This is late 90s, early 2000s, pretty much like 95, 98 to maybe 2002, 2003 at the most. It is literally that time period. Like with the old disposable cameras, many people probably don't even know what those things are anymore. You used to be able to like buy them at like in Australia, I guess, chemists, post office, news agencies, stuff like that. It's a disposable camera where you'd have to actually manually wind the film, take your photo, wind the film to take your next photo. They'd come in like 24s or 36s from memory, because I actually did use them a bit as a kid myself. And you could take photos, then you'd take them to get developed. Like I said, just stuff like that. And the old video camera, and like the old heavier style video camera. Like I said, it is really specifically like placing certain, with the way it's placed certain items. Also, their style of clothing really does reflect that era from music videos and that I remember watching growing up then. And like I said, just the overall sound. But I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It is really good, because it is still a very refreshed way they've put it together. And yeah, I still don't really know who my bias is, but the rappers really have my attention, as a lot of people know I have a thing for rappers. So, and it'll be interesting to see where they go from here. I'm looking forward to listening to the rest of this album and see what it sounds like. It'll be interesting to see if they really keep that slightly retro-y vibe that they've gone for here. But as I said, it is not a straight carbon copy. They're using certain aspects of the music back then and reinventing it, as Day 6 did with their last album, which I am blanking on at the moment. Anyway, so check out Verivery. Give the song a listen, and like I said, anyone that grew up, you know, in that kind of like late 90s, early 2000s, I think they'll find this very nostalgic, and it just drags you back to such a happier time and place before the world really, to a point, the world is a lot scarier now than it was 5 years ago, than it was 10 years ago, 15. You kind of get where I'm going with this. So this is Ezra. Listen, love, and share love, everyone. See yous.
Everywhere, everything about you and I. My choice, my life. 참 이상해. 네 안개가 닿는 순간.